Welcome to the 7 News Review, your quick recap of the top local and state stories this week from South Oklahoma and beyond. I'm Dave Hunter, and here's what you need to know. Our top story this week: the woman charged with killing a 4-year-old girl from Cyril has waived her right to a jury trial and agreed to enter a plea in May. On Wednesday, Alicia Adams officially waived her right to a jury trial to enter a plea at 10:30 a.m. May 20th. According to court documents, Adams was promised a plea agreement, which led to her waiver of a jury trial. She previously denied a plea deal in November 2024. Adams is charged with the murder of Athena Brownfield. She was originally charged with child neglect, but the charges were upgraded in November of 2023. The case began on January 10th of 2023 when a postal worker spotted Athena's 5-year-old sister wandering alone outside their home. When police arrived to investigate, they found Athena was missing, prompting a multi-agency search that drew hundreds of volunteers from across the state. Investigators later discovered Athena's remains in a shallow grave near Rush Springs. According to court documents, Athena had been killed on Christmas Day 2022, more than 2 weeks before she was reported missing. Athena's caretakers, Alicia and Ivan Adams, were arrested and charged in connection with her death. Ivan Adams faces charges of second-degree murder and unlawful removal of a dead body. Alicia Adams faces charges of murder and child neglect. Prosecutors allege Athena suffered abuse while under their care. And also taking place this week, the Kiowa Tribe Legislature has voted to initiate the impeachment of Chairman Lawrence Spotted Bird. In a statement posted to social media, Michael Q. Primus II, Speaker of the Legislature, cited repeated violations of the Kiowa Tribe Constitution and tribal law. Primus also cited an extended pattern of abuse and mismanagement of tribe finances. The order includes 7 charges of impeachment stemming from multiple allegations and a legislative inquiry hearing in October of 2025. The resolution passed with 6 yes votes and 1 member absent. You can read about all of the different charges by going to our website, kswo.com. Now, here are some of the top stories making headlines across Oklahoma this week. First, on Wednesday, Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt signed a bill named in honor of a Cameron University student that died nearly 3 years ago. In May 2023, Rain Reese took a pill she thought was Xanax, but was laced with fentanyl. Rain's law will expand the state's substance abuse education programs to include teaching students about the dangers of fentanyl. The bill takes effect immediately under an emergency clause. The bill includes educational components and authorizes individuals and organizations to provide instruction. It also directs the Oklahoma State Department of Education to adopt curriculum and standards and provide resources to schools. The bill also directs the Oklahoma governor to designate Fentanyl Poisoning Awareness Week in schools, coordinated with National Red Ribbon Week. The bill is named after Rain Reese, a 19-year-old from Lawton who died due to fentanyl poisoning. Rain's mother, Carla Carlock, has advocated for action since her daughter's death in 2023, including a trip to Washington, D.C., when President Donald Trump signed a law strengthening federal fentanyl laws. Also taking place this week in the state, the U.S. Department of Justice announced it is suing 5 additional states, including Oklahoma, for failing to produce voter rolls. According to the DOJ, 29 states and the District of Columbia are now facing lawsuits for not providing their voter registration records. U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi said the move is to preserve election integrity. Bondi said she is charged by Congress with broad authority to request the records under the Civil Rights Act of 1960. The DOJ said the act allows her to demand the production, inspection, and analysis of statewide voter registration lists that can be cross-checked effectively for improper registrations. And lastly, for your state news, Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt is facing criticism from within his own party following comments he made during an appearance on NPR's Morning Edition. In the interview, Stitt was asked about President Donald Trump's push to nationalize the election system, stemming from Trump's belief that illegal immigrants are voting by the millions. Stitt disagreed with the president, saying states should remain in control of elections. A clip of the governor's comments was shared across social media, with many conservative-leaning commentators criticizing his views. The Oklahoma Freedom Caucus is among those rejecting his position. Stitt is nearing the end of his tenure. His second term ends January 11th of 2027. Before we wrap up, here's a few community quick hits. First of all, following a Lawton House fire that claimed the lives of 2 children, community members have set up resources to support the grieving family. That fire left the family without a home and facing the costs of funeral expenses, temporary housing, and other necessities. A GoFundMe account has been established to help the family. More than $12,000 has been raised so far. You can find it on our website, kswo.com. Also taking place in the community this week, students at Pioneer Park Elementary received a visit from Miss Oklahoma on Tuesday. As part of her school tour, she brings a presentation to students across the state discussing the importance of empathy and treating those with special needs with respect. Miss Oklahoma said the core of the initiative stems from her past experience working with special needs students. Durrell said her favorite part of the tour is the small conversations she gets to have with students. She also has plans to visit schools in Altus, Granite, Blair, and other communities. And lastly, the Lawton Police Department just welcomed its newest officer on Thursday. Officer Austin Dyer joins the LPD from the Waurika Police Department, where he served for more than 3.5 years. He says it's a big change for him, but it's one he's ready for. The Lawton Police Department celebrated the start of his service with a bell-ringing ceremony, something that's unique to the department. The badge penning came a little later, with Dyer's fiancée doing the honors. After taking an oath, Dyer was officially sworn in. He hopes to gain more experience as he protects and serves the Lawton community. Well, that's this week's 7 News Review. I'm Dave Hunter, and for more on these stories and the latest breaking news, head to our website, kswo.com, or download the 7 News app. Thank you for listening. We'll be back next week with another 7 News Review.